joining us wherever you're watching throughout New Zealand and on the WatchNRL.com app. For the Warriors, Harris to Vida. Not enough depth on that kick, really, you'd have to say, but it still might work out for the home team. Good hands. Here's Capewell. Well, that's pretty handy from Kurt Capewell. Now, that's a great finish to the set. Kurt Capewell, what a fantastic kick.
Well, the set was coming a little bit undone and looked a little disorganised. Wasn't a lot going on to try to keep the ball alive.
Egan, Harris to Vida, Latoa! He's held up. Well, the Warriors' goal line defence is good again. Watson, Lenu, good footwork. Suspect little pass perhaps there from Connor Watson, but he got away with it. There's Watson again, now White! And it's a try to White! The Roosters strike first here in Auckland, and it's the Kiwis prop who does it.
Let's go, Sandon, that's confirmed.
Too big, too strong, bit of a swivel.
Try and keep it under the 120.
And he gets over the line. That is a wonderful try.
Egan. Metcalf, line up here. Tower can go for the line and succeed. Back-to-back tries in the last 2 weeks for big Ali Tower.
It's going to be a pretty try, but it's one that is side net. Just shows, gets nice and low, puts his head down, gets underneath Hawane Tawase, and he scores a try. Arts is back.
As Blake Steep plays the ball, Radley. Tedesco. Lovely pass. Tupou is in the clear. Daniel Tupou, players lining up. Clever kick. Oh, the bounce just doesn't favour the visitors. Radley back into the centre. Come the Roosters. Tuopiki was there. And now Nawanga Nitawase's got space. Oh, that's a great kick. This could be sensational. Oh, I think he has it. Oh, hang on.
He's out.
With those legs over the dead ball line as he forced the ball. Well, that was spectacular play. Space there for the Roosters again. Now Townsend going for a 40-20 this time. 40-20, 40-20, yes! Chad Townsend.
Play on, you blocked it.
Townsend. That's Smith out to Wong. Tedesco is younger. Oh, he's tracked in. The Warriors survive. There's Harris the feeder just losing the ball. Now the Roosters looking to counter-attack. Straight off the bat here as Smith gives it to Tupou. Nawanga Tawase, great pass to Tupou. Oh, the last pass goes astray yet again for the Roosters. At dummy half. Walker. Now Metcalf. Havlin, lovely hands. Pompey. Oh, so close. And the Warriors get more points here. There's Halasima again, breaking tackles. Yeah, good offload. Walker, Egan, good hands. Lovely pass. Latoa, out to Tuopiki. That's a fine run from Tate Tuopiki. Now, the last for the Warriors. Metcalf in position. Kick from Harris to Vida. Egan looking for some room to play some football. Metcalf, great hands, the good looks down. Overlap, Latoa! Is that the match winner for the Warriors? Yeah, all four players off the bench have been solid, haven't they? Walker, Ford, Vaumuanga and Halasima, another error. Roosters chasing the game. Back-to-back victories for the Warriors here in 2025.
Your initial reactions to that?
Yeah, really tough. Really proud of the boys. We wanted to really narrow our focus on our kick chase, making sure that we led with our defence. We conceded one try against a really good team. I thought when they did break our line, we scrambled really well. It's still not pretty. It's not meant to be yet. But I think we're holding our nerve. I mean, when we conceded, we gathered ourselves fast. I think we're way better at the mental challenge of adversity. We got over it, and then the next thing we're scoring. So we want to set the game up late and come over the top, and that's what we did.
How pleasing is it to win in that way, training until the 64th minute?
Yep.
And also, how were you feeling up until that 64th minute?
Yeah, no. I always felt like we were in striking distance, and even sometimes I felt like we were physically the better team. Sometimes I didn't feel like we were, but felt like we were finding a way to stop plays and come up with the right, like a big moment. Like they went for a 40-20. Roddy torn his hamstring. He misses the 40-20 because he can't, and then he gets back and makes a try save and tackle in the corner when his hamstring's already gone. And like those big plays, they were happening everywhere, and you need them. Like you just can't come out and everything be fluffy all the time, and you just be clinical with every play. You got to earn it, and you got to be tough, and you got to find a way against good clubs. I mean, they've been a dominant club for 30 years, so it's cool.
Is this another step from last week, especially the way that you had to win again?
Yeah, it's the same as last week, in the sense where there's lots of improvements, but there's lots to be proud of. Lots of things that we want to be and want to do. But yeah, for where we are round 3, I think it's exactly where we should be. As far as the style of footy we're playing. But yeah, we've got to chase those improvements, and I know we will.
Mitch, was that the best kind of win like that?
Yeah, it was the win I think we needed, especially after last week. We obviously played a dominant brand of footy last week, and just to have that end-to-end arm wrestle, like Webby said, we weren't perfect, but I just thought it was a good show of our character.
How tough was it against the Roosters?
Yeah, extremely tough. They're a quality outfit. They've got origin players, rep players everywhere. And I just thought they play, a tough brand of footy. Powerhouses through the middle, and got some speed on the outside. So our boys did well. We scrambled well, and that's what we wanted.
Andrew, did it take something like Chanel's magic moment to win a game like that?
It's going to take something. Yeah, it could have been a dive over try. It could have been anything, but you make your own luck by putting yourself in those situations. I mean, we were down there through pressure and we're building it, and then something like that happens. But it was a big play, and we did. It was pretty cool.
Just on Roger, I mean, so it's a torn hamstring.
Yep. Yes. Can't tell you. No, it might not be. Just like the boring response of a scan is the truth, because you don't know. We're optimistic. I don't think it's a long layoff. So.
But you were saying that you did it before that tackle?
Yeah, did a chasing for marker. I mean, normally wouldn't bring it up in these moments, but I just think it's so like that's what we want to be. Couldn't get there for that play. It was impossible, but he got in the line while we're trying to make a sub. Comes up with the tackle, chances over the top. Like they're just big moments, on a fast goal like Dom Young in the corner. Everyone thinks that happened there. It didn't. It was there was lots of little moments like that, or big moments like that.
What did you think of the halves tonight?
Yeah, I think they're building. I think they were pretty ruthless where they put the ball with their kicking game. I feel like you're going to see the best of them round 6, 7 and 8. I feel like we can build some more momentum for them. But yeah, they'll gain confidence every week. They love footy, so they chase it every week, what the improvement is and the moments they want to get better at. And I think we've got a really experienced pack, so we have a couple of young bucks coming off the bench. If they keep doing their job, our halves, which they are, our halves will learn plenty.
Mitch, what were you saying to the team? I mean, the team was great a long time in that match. 30, 40 minutes. What were you saying to them?
Yeah, I just we needed to sort of keep kicking the ball back and keep putting it in spots we wanted to. Halves are steering us around really well there in the grind. And we just sort of had to trying to skip around in that, where we sort of just need to knock the front door down again. So we're just Yeah, they're learning things, but I thought we got it there right at the end. But there's just a little patch there where we missed it a bit. But all in all, yeah, I just thought we got back to where we wanted to.
And what's Chanel's, when you made that kick, did you think at the moment it was the wrong option? There weren't many teammates around when you know, and then he produced that magic?
I can't remember. I don't know if it was one of those yes moments, but I really don't. I just know that we're banging on the glass with excitement afterwards. It was a pretty cool moment. Yep.
Andrew, 30 tackles in the opposition 20. How do you make the most of and convert that as time and possession to point?
Yeah, I think like everyone's got to understand, like, and I get it. I'd love to go down there and score every time. That'd be really nice. But there is an element of what we've done in the past is when we don't score, mentally we're beaten. As at the moment, when we don't score, we're ready for the next set, and that's the most important thing. And every time we do that, we're just putting another nail in the coffin for them. Like, it's harder for them then to get out, and we're not still thinking about not scoring. And then when the moment comes late in the game, you ice the moment. Even after Chanel's great try, when we come up with a beauty on the right edge, you know. So yeah, we'd love to be more clinical at times, but yeah, I'll take a strong defensive effort with plenty of heart like that, and then at the end of the game come over top of a strong team like the Roosters.
An enormous effort from Chance to celebrate his 50.
Yeah, it's cool. Like, play 50 for the Warriors is unbelievable. I think he had 3 carries in one set there. He's getting a bit excited. Probably when we needed it too. So yeah, no, he's a big reason why they only scored 1 try tonight. Like, people probably don't see that.
And just on Ali, you told us before on one that you felt he's really getting confident now in himself. I guess he showed that again tonight.
Yep. Yeah, I think, like, it's not just for Ali. He's so physical. Like, he's a different body shape. The way he plays, he's aggressive, and like near the line, you're going to have to throw everything at him to stop him. And like, once he puts it all together, we're going to see a really good player. I mean, he's learning all the time. There was some efforts there tonight where the ball went the other side of the field on line break, and I saw him screaming across, and they're probably the parts that get most excited about, because we know how physical he is, and we know he can ice those moments and score those tries. That's what he's good at. But just seeing I'm sure it's hard in NRL when you're young like that to have all those effort plays, and there was a couple of beauties tonight.
I think if you finish above the Roosters, you'll be in a pretty good position at the end of the season.
Oh, I've got no crystal ball, but I know they're a good side. So, yeah, they have been for a long time. So, but you know, we just want to be ourselves. So, if we just stick to what we want to do, then we'll get what we need and what.
Well, that's your second straight win over one of those perennial teams. So is you kind of establishing yourself in that same company?
Yeah, it's funny, you know, everyone was saying, well, crap, we've got to run last after round 1. So, I mean, it's only 3 weeks ago, so we're not getting carried away. Like, every team in the NRL's hard. So I'm not playing this down. It's just so early, and we've got lots to work on. So, yeah, week in rugby league's a long time, so we just got to go again.
You mentioned that mini turnaround wasn't quite satisfying in the 2 games, but after the response from performance in Vegas.
Yeah, definitely. Just Vegas wasn't the performance we wanted to, and you know what we didn't look like what our pre-season was. So just to turn it around, like Webby said, you know, it's been great, but we're 3 games in. You know, we don't want to be getting ahead of ourselves. We just want to keep narrowing our focus week to week, and you know, we'll review the Roosters, but you know, we've done that. We'll move on to the Tigers.
Treat, that was one hell of a battle.
Yeah, it was. Sat at 6-4 there for a long time. Yeah, a lot of back and forth in the middle of that start to middle of that second half. It was a real battle, and then yeah, they got a couple of tries, which was disappointing to get the win. You know, for us, it was sitting right there for us, and we couldn't get it done.
Were there any turning points in that second half, or to their late surge, or?
Look, there were 3 live ball periods where they were sort of 22, 23 plays, I think, which was a really good period for us. And then I think we kicked the 40-20 on the back of the third one. And then I think we went 3 errors in 3 opportunities over the next bit of period there. And then we missed that, gave them field position. They got a couple of tries on the back of that. I said, I really liked the attitude that we're going at the game with. I feel like we're developing really quickly as a team. Defence improved there, probably except for fourth tackle. But we were searching for 12-4 when it was 6-4, and we just should have sat and been uncomfortable for a bit longer. And so that's a good lesson for us.
James, how are you feeling? Because it looked like the Roosters actually created a lot of opportunities across the match.
Yeah, it was a really good, probably 50-60 minute period for us. We didn't execute a couple of opportunities. I thought we could have scored a couple, but we were probably searching for it a bit too much. And then the conditions against Warriors, we probably just had to battle it out against them. And that was, like Robbo said, a couple of errors in good field position hurt us. And then I feel like they came home really strong and kicked us in the good corners and just built a lot of pressure. So it was credit to them. They played well, but it was sitting right there for us.
Must be a strange feeling. It's been a long time
since we lost here.
Lost to the Warriors.
Yeah, it has been. They're good battles. Webby's doing a really good job with the team over here, and and I would have liked it to be a little bit longer. Would have been nice if we got the win tonight, but it's sort of one that we felt like got away, but I like where we're headed.
But overall, after all that talk about your team up to round 1, do you feel like what you're saying, that the group is continuing to progress and grow?
Yep, there's a lot of belief in there. There's a lot of faith in the kids that are coming through, that are playing or playing their first couple of games. And we'll keep getting better.
Trent, your thoughts on Mark Nawaqanitawasi learning his craft as a chip and chaser? He looks dangerous and that combo is coming along that left edge of Tuco. Yeah,
I think the more time they spend together, the even more dangerous they'll get. They'll execute those. I feel like they have executed some of them. They obviously missed a couple tonight, but that could have been executed. And what we want them to get is continue to improve the combination and be dangerous. And also, be really dominant in our system at the same time. You want to let the reins out and let them find what they're capable of doing. So just keep positive on that. We let a couple in on that edge in D, so that was probably more the disappointing one as well. The combination's been really good, and just to have 2 tries there. We want that to improve.
The impact of Novahi White in your side, in particular this year, and then he also scored the only try tonight in front of family and friends. Yeah,
he's it's hard to explain. He's not so silent in our walls as far as what he's going to achieve, but he's really humble guy that hasn't reached his limit yet. But he's laid a really good platform for the way that he plays the game. So. He'll keep getting better.
Any update on Connor Watson and
he got ruled out when he came off, so that obviously he's fine around the guys there, but it was a Cat 1, so that wasn't ideal.
And what's wrong with Lindsay Collins missing his second weekend over?
Yeah, just hasn't got back he started training a couple of days ago with us and just didn't get the fitness to play, but he's over here with us. We were hoping to get him across the line, but look forward to next week.
And the man to your right, James, you had to try and save it, but could you speak about James's impact and leadership of leading this young team?
Yeah, I think it's he's done it before, Teddy. In 21 he did that. I think he got captain of the year in that for good reason. And I thought his balance out there was really good between. Perfect. So he's yeah, his ability to know when to play and play a lot. There was one, I think, early in the game where he really bossed the middle and took 2 carries, and and then he knew when to pull back and allow the other guys to go. So, yeah, it's a bit like for me as a coach, for Teddy as a captain. It's pretty exciting, and you know, we've got to keep trying to be at our best and play and coach in that way. So that's the path that we're on with this crew.
And Teddy, have you leading this team?
Yeah, it's a good challenge. I think you know, I've got a good leadership crew around me, but the young guys, they're working really hard. They're doing a great job. I mean, even through the whole pre-season, these young guys are, you know, they're not far away from being regular first graders. So they're enjoying it week in, week out, and I'm enjoying the process of leading by example and lead them through the week as well. But yeah, you know, from where we come from round one, you know, from last week and this week, like Robert said, we're on a path, and you know, we're going to keep building and to have a successful year.
James, just on Chanel's try, how did you see that? Because the Warriors were contesting too many kicks.
Yeah.
So a bit of a surprise.
No, it was just on the back foot. Sort of, as I said, they were rolling and having a lot of momentum there. So. Yeah, it was probably like, I've got to own that, but we've got to get numbers around it as well to protect that. But it was good he kicked it and contested it. So again, that's on me. I've got to own that and take control. But yeah, it was good by him.
Did you know that 2 passes Shaq back for Dom Young with the tournament comes through?
Yeah, that's his rooster in him, staying on the field and doing that. No, I just spoke to Webby then about that. They were trying to replace him there when he did that, and obviously. Yeah, made a try saver, and you know, it would have been nice to ice that one, but that's Rog. You know, he's a good man and a great player and a selfless player, so they come up with those plays.